Happy Tuesday, everybody. Last day of February, by the way.
Finally.
Whoa.
Because this month is impossible to pronounce that word.
February.
For the month. February.
Your February is like my rule. I hate saying
yes.
rule.
Oh, yeah, that's hard.
Rural, yep.
You had we'll get to the topic in a second, but you had a fun fact about this February.
So now as we close out the month, this is the second warmest February of all time. And also, I dug up another fact. This is the most that we've had 70-plus degrees in the month of February. So we've done that 13 times, including one 80-degree day. So this is one for the history book. So hopefully you had a great second month of the year.
And by the way, March is probably the most ridiculous month as far as weather variances.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can have a really cold, really stormy, really warm. So March, and it does look at indications are we may see some cooler temperatures as we get into
Okay.
My first year, March here, it snowed.
Yeah, so
When I
And
moved here.
I got to give one more fact. March 2nd, historically, that's the day that it snowed the most here in Charlotte.
Really?
Yeah,
March
it's
13th,
16 times.
1993, the storm of the century hit here to kind of, bounce off that. That was a tremendous storm. Not amount of snow, but it just shut everything down along the eastern seaboard. March 13th.
We have given you some fun facts to take.
Maybe this should just be our topic today.
Take that to the water cooler.
Take it all the time.
Mine. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm taking credit for the warm weather, though. It's showing out for me.
Yeah. So we are wrapping up February, the month of love.
Yep.
But it got us thinking, like, do you believe in love at first sight?
People have talked about this for generations.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about it on the other side of the break. But our Verified team went to the experts to see, is this a real thing?
On the big screen and in real life, love at first sight is a saying that's been around for thousands of years. To look into what this saying entails, we went to Amy Canevello, Associate Professor of Psychological Science at UNC Charlotte, and Dr. Susan Albers, a psychologist for the Cleveland Clinic.
Over 60% of individuals indicate that they have felt love at first sight at one point in their life. However, infatuation and attraction may be a more accurate term to describe this phenomenon.
Both Albers and Canevello say love at first sight isn't exactly love, but is more so based on attraction, passion, and our belief system.
In the psychology literature, we call those destiny beliefs. So these people are different in terms of how much they have this belief. But when people have destiny beliefs, they sort of have that belief in love at first sight.
Once we become aware of that attraction, all of a sudden our bodies become flooded with dopamine, that pleasure neurotransmitter, and oxytocin, the chemical that makes us feel close and bonded to other people.
Not to burst the love bubble here, but Canevello points out that romantic love actually takes time to develop with trust and respect and getting to know that other person.
You could love what they look like and love how they present, but right, I mean, whether that's actual love is debatable.
Dr. Albers says the halo effect can also play a role in this, where we tend to attribute more positive characteristics to people we think are attractive. So call it what you may, love or just attraction at first sight. It all depends on your definition of love. With your Verified Fact Check, I'm Meghan Bragg.
So basically, lust at first sight, right?
No, I
That's what it sounds like.
Both four-letter
Sarah.
words.
shame on you.
Attracted to what they said. You're attracted to the way someone looks. But I mean, love, like real love, I believe it takes a lifetime of work. You know what I mean? And people that, like, I have friends, someone that got divorced and they said, well, I lost the butterflies. Well, that's because you're just thinking lust at first sight. You're not really, love.
Everybody's full of love.
Jeff says he loves this and he does believe in it.
Okay,
So,
Jeff.
I disagree.
I think if you've been in a long time love, you know that love is really a feeling that grows over many years, and it's a very complicated emotion. It's not just the butterflies.
Yes.
It's a complicated, multi-layered emotion that can't possibly be filled within a few seconds after
Look
seeing
at people
someone.
who've been married like 60 and 70 years.
Yeah.
That's real love. 50, 60 years. People that stay together. It goes way beyond that.
I think love can start at first sight. Maybe that's your first initiation, because you have to have a starting point at some point.
Lust at
Yes.
first.
Okay, fine. Lust turns into love, I guess.
I do think there can be there can very easily go from one to the other.
Yes.
For sure.
But I think it's oversimplifies the feeling of love to assume that somebody can feel
Very
that
true.
within a few seconds
Well,
of meeting
let me
them.
ask you this: can the reverse happen? Love turns into lust.
Well, I
Maybe.
think that some
It's like
people.
the chicken and the egg.
Yeah,
What comes
that's
first?
right, yeah.
You know, some people are like friends, and then they say like, I wasn't necessarily attracted to so and so, and we became really good friends, and we fell in love, and
But that's not love at first sight, then. That's,
Right, well, you just asked-
No,
Reverse.
I'm just
Right,
saying
is it reversed?
You love somebody, can then also turn to the other.
yeah, well, you love them as a friend,
I was
and then
just
it can change, and then they get married. You know,
Yeah.
friends turn in. Okay, we're getting lots of comments. Melissa's saying, love develops, never love at first sight. Love is a verb, an action, it's work, and it's so worth it. Very true.
Poetic.
That's exactly what I was going to bring up. One of my girlfriends told me that years ago. Love's not a feeling, it's not an emotion, it's a verb. Because, I mean, it really is. Love is like an active commitment. And your feelings will change like every other day, every other hour. You know,
Yeah.
Me,
You
but
can't trust your feelings or emotions.
You can't.
Sometimes.
And think about a relationship is from where you started and where you are now. You're always changing. People are changing,
Yep.
so that means love
Yep.
changes along the way as well.
Yeah.
So.
I think Hollywood gives us this idealized version of what,
of course.
which is fine, but like we shouldn't be taking that so seriously.
I know.
That's why
I
a lot
watched
of love
some
movies don't have sequels.
I know. Yeah. What happened to them? The other day, Leap Year was on. Have you seen that movie? Oh, it's total like chick flick. But yeah, they go on this road trip and they hate each other. And then all of a sudden, instead of like, let's try to see if this works, he's like, will you marry me? And I'm like, I haven't watched the movie in so long. I'm like, this is so Hollywood. This is so
Right?
ridiculous. Well, what's the girl with red hair? Oh,
Is this Rachel? No.
no, she was in Enchanted. No, what is her name? I don't remember. I got to look it up.
You put me on the spot. I have no idea.
Charisse chiming in saying, definitely lust at first sight. Love is something that builds with time. Okay, I'm going to look this up and y'all chat about it. I'm going to look up what that actress's name is.
I'm agreeing with
We just want to take a
Leap
pause
Year
while
movie cast.
Sarah looks up leap year facts.
Why is the girl not on here? There's the guy.
Oh, of course.
Who's the guy?
That's a big
Oh,
cast.
Amy Adams. Amy Adams.
Amy Adams.
Yeah.
I was close to Rachel.
She's been around.
Kind of.
Sure. Very generic name. Amy, Rachel. Totally
we got
similar.
All right,
Anyway, do we have anything else to
I
say?
don't think so.
I think
We
that's
covered
good.
February and love at first sight.
You got everything.
You do, right?
You got love and weather facts. What else?
I think we should end with Larry giving
we
us
do.
his one key piece of love advice.
Should be good.
Learn. Now, this is, I'm not that I always do this. Learn to listen and hold your tongue.
That's
Happy
that's
wife,
very true.
happy life.
Think before you speak.
That's very true. Absolutely. All right, folks. We will see you back here in March, which is tomorrow.
Finally.
For another edition. March is far easier to pronounce.
That's smart.
We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Bye.